And welcome back to another episode of CreatorCast. I am your host today, Scott of YouTube, and I am joined in the greatest city in the world, that is Jay Boston. We're in Melbourne.
Represent.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm good. I'm hot. We're 40 degrees today. It's pretty spastic. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, well, it's 2018, mate. You can't be saying that.
No. Got to be politically correct, don't we? Yep.
That's it. And I'll jump over the pond and go over to Mr. Danny Black. How you doing, Danny?
Excellent. 40 degrees here as well. Fahrenheit. So it's a little bit colder. And the Lake Tahoe on my honeymoon, and the wife is just waiting for me to finish the episode. So
is that a shower in the background? Hopefully she doesn't decide to have one.
Oh, dude, you should hop in there.
Hop
in there and get in there, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, get sudsy.
Get the bubble bath up.
Is the missus gone to bed or what?
Awesome. Yeah, she's in bed. She's watching Dexter. There you go. I'm not turning it on.
I should. Yeah. On that topic, let's just say congratulations, Mr. Danny Black.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well done.
And
I'll jump over to another congratulations on 13K subscribers. Benon, Mr. Gibbs a minute.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Scotty. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, it's good to see you got
a good time.
Yeah, good to see you got over that hump of the cancellation of the channel there and coming through.
I feel like the pendulum swung back the other way, and I'm getting a little bit more traction like I used to have before the killing of the channel. Yeah, pretty happy about it.
Your views on your channel are doing really well in the last couple of weeks, or last month, really.
Yeah, it's been a good month, and I think there's been a couple of videos that have really been pushing along nicely. Snorkel videos have helped, so I'm pretty stoked. I've got another video coming as well.
Clickbait.
It's your German friend. You
know what? We talked about that on the CreatorCast, and I've got to admit it has certainly helped. She's here for another week and a half, and we have a couple more videos planned. So if you want to see a smoking hot German in a bikini on my channel, go and check out. She's somewhere. She's out. I think she's in the other room at the moment.
We need clickbait for this channel. Why don't you just?
Go get her. Get her to come in and say "Guten Abend."
Guten Abend. If she comes in, I'll certainly put her on. But I don't know where she went. Her laptop's still there, which is kind of concerning because usually. Good evening.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be some like really nasty.
No. You can leave it.
I think that's interesting.
My favorite word is Kaninchen in German.
Kaninchen.
Yeah, rabbit.
It's like means rabbit. Okay, I like Schmetterling. Schmetterling. That means butterfly. It just sounds so cool.
Schmetterling. Yeah, cool.
Marktplatz. Make way. Butterfly. Marktplatz. Schmetterling. Make way. There's a butterfly.
You lost me there.
Fair enough.
You should write a song about it.
Unless you've been living under a rock, there's been some changes to the YouTube platform. We're here to talk about that today.
I don't think it affects any of us at the moment, do they? Because we're all over 1,000 subs.
Well, it affects CreatorCast.
It affects CreatorCast.
Yeah.
And a lot of our fans. A lot of our fans, it affects them too.
Can we just go over Can we go over the changes? I've been away with Germany for the last 4 days. I knew that there's been a change. I haven't actually read exactly what it was.
All right. So the changes
I read about it everywhere, not just in the bedroom.
Yeah. So the changes are now you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time over the last 12 months, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers in the last 12 months. So that is quite a change from what it used to be, because I think it was 100 subs and 10,000
views or minutes. Minutes
of views, 10,000 views or something like that. So it's changed quite a bit.
So the view time's come down and the sub count's gone up. Is that what's happened?
I didn't think there was any time at all.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm not too sure on exactly the major change on it, but the sub count's the big thing for a lot of people, because obviously everyone who's sitting on 100 subs or 500 subs, 600 subs now have till, I think the cutoff date was February 20th or 27th. That cutoff point, if you don't meet that criteria, then you can't be a partner on YouTube, which means you can't monetize your videos.
Until you get over that part.
Yeah, until you get over that hump.
Yeah.
Which I mean, a lot of people are banging on like it's the end of the world. But really, I mean, it should be a motivation. Well, I see it as a motivational thing. Pick up the camera and start making some bloody movies. Get to it.
That's the end of the episode right there. We're done.
It's...
That's it. You solved it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pass it on to you guys, but personally, I've seen a lot. I follow a lot of YouTube pages on Facebook. There's one called Small YouTubers, and I think there's one, Ben, I know you're on it. I think it's Australian YouTubers. It's basically just been like
promote your review.
Yeah, something like that. It's basically been like the apocalypse over there. A lot of people just saying they're going to quit. Yeah. They've had enough of YouTube.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, really,
let them quit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here because we're over the threshold and say, but I don't see it as a bad thing. I mean, how much money are they making per view if you have 100 subs? I mean, you're probably getting, let's be honest, 50, 60 views a video if you're lucky. I don't know how much money that would actually make.
What if they're fake
I don't
views?
see it as big.
What if they're bot views or fake subs?
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking before. I was like, I wonder if YouTube is picking up on the bought subscribers and the bought views. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they go on minutes.
That's now hours. More any incentive than there ever was to buy views and buy subs. Yeah. That's the biggest incentive to do that now. If they change the parameters, people will go, well, I'll just buy them to get over that mark and then continue with the channel. I can kind of see that being a logical explanation for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Did any of you start YouTube to make money?
No.
No. Benin?
No. Casey Neistat kind of
not
money.
To make money, no, that wasn't the incentive.
But you're right.
No,
it wasn't the incentive.
I think that's what it is YouTube trying to find real creators that aren't in it initially to make money. They're in it to make a difference. They want to create, they want to do something. And if they get a subscriber base, if they, YouTube will reward them with some kind of small funding. And you're right, like from my point of view, if you got like 100 views and in a month, you're making 10 cents? It's nothing.
Yeah.
So I think they've just gone, well, if anyone's going to be making less than say $20 a month, we're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't see that as a big problem. Like still, I don't really look at the monetization. For instance, I don't make anywhere over, let's say, $400. I don't make anything like that per month at all. And I think for me, it's you can be more creative with how you make money on YouTube. Like I know Benen's doing a whole heap of creative ways of using what he does to have third party. Like you take photos for skating companies and things like that. So you can do it that way. And I'm shooting a new skateboard that's coming out tomorrow. So it's not the money that you make from YouTube. I think it's the connections that you make. Like we're doing really well. We share ideas and we do all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's not worth the monetization. It's worth the connections that we create.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
The other thing is, I don't know if you use.
I feel like my Patreon's hasn't really attracted too much attention from my viewers, unfortunately.
Can I ask?
There's always time for that.
Out of that?
I think it's all public on there. I think I make about $40 a month from Patreon. If you look at it, it's
and that's still
none of that's hidden.
Yeah, that's still probably more than you're going to get from YouTube. Monetization money through YouTube, to be honest. I don't know about talking for you, Ben, but I mean, you've got some pretty big videos out there. But I'm talking as a sense of if someone was trying to use Patreon over YouTube, you're probably going to end up getting more money
right.
through that than
the way I see Patreon is you need to have a massive subscriber count to have, because not all, like I've got at the time I had 10,000 subs and I asked them to become patrons and 4 of them did. So of 10,000 people, 4 people said, yeah, I'll put down money every month to watch this. Now, if that was 100,000 subs, then you're talking a little bit more coin in your pocket, because that obviously goes higher and higher and higher and higher, scaling up. So I think Patreon's a good thing, but it's kind of works more so for larger channels. Small channels, it's very difficult.
Yeah, that's where I think
you're going to just have to keep making content.
YouTube's kind of said, well, what's the minimum someone's going to want to invest, like make out of YouTube? And it's probably, like you're saying, a couple of $100 per month, and even that you can't really live off. So until you have enough views that you could potentially live off it, then there's no point. For me though, like making a couple of $100 a month, that supports the tools, the cameras, the equipment, that kind of thing. But
yeah, for Creator Cast, it's going to be a strange one anyway. Once we get to that magical number, whatever it might even change again for all we know, and we got to chase another number. But once we do get there, it's going to be an interesting equation for all of us to work out. How do we split up 4 ways of whatever, like there's gaming channels there that have like 10 dudes doing the whole thing. So how do they kind of split up there? Maybe it's best that some things aren't monetized.
Yeah, true.
In a way, yeah.
And it's funny. There's the Digital Ninja. We were looking at his channel, and was it Patrick? And he's so worried about his channel not getting monetized that he did a 10-hour live stream. He just said, just put it on and watch it from the beginning to the end, and that's actually a pretty interesting way to like beat YouTube. Like, or is that something that you can get deleted from though? I don't know.
Who knows? There's been no rule about it, I guess, that I've read. I know a lot of people were freaking out because they thought that this new rule meant you couldn't put cards into your videos, and you couldn't edit your thumbnail. None of that's changing. It's still, you can still do all of that stuff. The only thing it's affecting is the money.
So it's 1,000 subscribers, just to reiterate, and how many was it, views or YouTube watch minutes?
200,000 minutes.
It's 4,000 hours of watch time.
4,000 hours of watch time. How do you even find that out? Like, unless you're.
How does that work out to be? What is that per day? Like, if you need to upload a video every day to make, what is it, 4,000 hours? How can someone do the math?
It's 333 hours a month that you need to have. Wow, that's a lot.
So what does that work out per day?
Per day, let's see.
Divided by like 30.
Like 11 hours a day. Hours.
Wow, that's a lot.
Hours.
11 hours? What? For a whole year?
So what they're saying is basically you need your audience to be watching you at least half of the day before they'll start paying you.
Only in the last 12 months. Once you get past that, then you're in the clear.
You're good, but to get to that's quite challenging.
That'd be really tough, yeah.
But I'd suggest a lot of people start doing a 4-minute daily vlog like I've been doing and get their minutes up. Hey, every day 4 minutes. You could even do an 8-minute daily vlog if you want.
But then you got to have everyone watching all 4 minutes. That's the killer.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of this, like, so 11 hours a day, and that's to get the minutes. That's 660 minutes. Now, if you have let's say you upload a YouTube video, and it's, say, 5 minutes, then you have to have 136 people watching you
in full 5 minutes
per day.
Per day, yeah, per day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's quite big, and I don't think we even have that at the moment. We've had 2,700 views in total on our channel, on this Creator Cast channel.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we would not be.
A long way to go.
Actually comply yet.
We just hit 100 and now we're at 111. So it's like, I mean, I'm like the fact that people are here watching and commenting and joining the group. Like that's cool.
Did we never actually talk about that as well? That we hit 100 subscribers?
I don't think so.
Did we talk about that?
No. Maybe.
No.
I think we just did it on the Facebook page.
Triple figures.
Yeah, so there you go. We're on 100 subscribers for anyone who's just joining in. And if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now.
Right. Smash it, like people say.
Smash it.
I also like to think that the monetization thing for a lot of channels, we created CreatorCast to help boost our individual channels. So irrespective of how this goes and whether we get to that milestone.
That was Scotty.
Ignore
What did
that.
you do?
I mean, we're so professional, so it doesn't matter. This
Yeah.
is just we're so professional.
Mate,
here.
you're sitting in a toilet. What are you talking about?
I'm not in a toilet.
Yeah,
I'm in my boxers. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got my board
This
shorts
has
on.
been a bit of a shambles. Let's just acknowledge the fact that before we recorded this episode, I knocked pretty much this entire glass of red wine all over my desk. It went all over my keyboard. I've got a charging station here where I've charged like my speed lights. If you're a photographer, you know what a speed light is. I had 3 of them laid out. I had a charging station with like any loop batteries, like 8 of them charging. All the red lights were on. The red wine went everywhere. All the lights went off. I don't know what happened to the
The
flashes.
lights went off.
I took a quick, on the charging station.
Not
Oh,
as
I took a quick happy snap. Just to
What's
show
a
you how
happy
much
snap?
of a schmozzle this episode was before.
Unhappy snap.
Yeah, there's a kind of what was going on in my world
Oh, that looks like
before,
Dexter.
before we started recording. So yeah, it does kind of. So I
you wanna
wasn't in
wrap
the
it up,
best of
Scotty?
moods. I got to be honest. If I looked a little down in this episode, folks, and for the viewers out there in the nation, I'm sorry, but I just didn't have a very good beginning. Hopefully the ending's better.
Oh well, you should get a daily vlog out of that now, Ben. On there's a topic for you to talk about.
Well, no, because my daily vlog's in the morning at the moment, so that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
It's not how it works, Scotch.
That is-
It's only when it
Red
happens.
wine in the morning.
But people can appreciate
Reenact-
I might
all the
tomorrow.
work that we put into this. I mean, we're all doing something. We have stuff going on. Scotty's getting married in a couple weeks, so I just got married.
Congrats,
I'm on my
mate.
honeymoon. It's almost 2:30 in the morning, and I'm chatting with 3 other dudes. So that's how committed.
How does your leg feel, Danny?
My leg.
Yeah, then
The
now that
ball
you
and
got the ball
chain.
and chain on it.
That's right, man. Feels great.
I don't know where that was
Hey,
going.
by the way,
I don't know either.
should we start making Creator Cast double the length? So maybe it goes for like maybe 40 minutes or 60, just to get this view time thing going.
Just
Like,
you know what? Let's
Have a
just
look
have
at
dead.
our
Can we have
analytics.
dead air for the last 40 minutes and just let people just
Yeah.
sit it on? Let's do that.
Oh.
If you're watching right
let's-
now, if you
let's
just
just
want-
leave-
Yeah, but that might be considered duplicate content later down the track, and what happened to Ben and might happen to us.
I'll put
Yeah.
like little flashes.
that's definitely
I'll put the
against
deer.
YouTube,
I'll put the deer up.
terms of service.
Put the deer up every now and then.
You
I just
got
want
the
to find
deer?
out what the I'm looking at our analytics to find out what the average view time is. Sorry,
Do we-
just keep talking for a second.
This is
man,
now
bro.
dead air. We could get deleted just for this.
Ta-da.
Put the deer up in every place.
That's
Just
right.
Hashtag da-da.
get the analytics.
Well,
You may as well wipe the round this up, Mr. Scotty.
I was just going to say that. So has anyone got any final thoughts on the whole?
my thoughts are just keep creating.
Yeah.
And if you were there for the
Those
right
that do
reasons,
well.
you'll get past those hurdles.
Exactly. I mean, just pick up the camera and keep doing what you're doing before. You'll get there eventually.
And they're not trying to
You never
get
know
rid of
what
small
video-
YouTubers. They're trying to get rid of the really crappy
Right.
channels that are like bad for YouTube, that are bad for this whole platform. So it's a good thing overall.
I know a channel that's been on YouTube since like 2011, 2010. They've got under 1,000 subscribers. They've got like 400 videos, and they're bitterly complaining about these changes. And I'm like, you know what, man? If you've been here since 2010 and you're
You
under
just
100
change
subscribers
the
and you're just putting out these videos, obviously it's not really working. So maybe that's a sign to sort of change
Yeah.
things up, start again,
Yeah.
and come back with something better, step it up.
And here's the stat for you. Our average view time is 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
So
Which is pretty good.
Actually quite
most
good.
likely people are
Yeah.
not this far in the video anyway. So
That's it.
So they've missed it.
You
Is
could
that
have
the
a
end
shout out,
5
Danny,
minutes
and
or
no
the
one's going to
start
see it.
5 minutes?
let's take our shirts off, boys.
All right.
Let's cute.
All right,
Whoa.
let's get out of
Whoa.
here.
All right.
All right, fellas. It's been good.
Always.
We'll wrap it up right now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to
Take
subscribe.
risks.
And I actually almost said, we'll see you on the, I actually very closely almost said, I'll see you on the next adventure. I bit my tongue there. We've got to come up with some sort of ending catchphrase
Cast
there.
the net out.
Either way.
Keep creating.
Keep good.
And we should combine all of our individuals. Like that's we're out of reaping rewards and adventures. And where is he?
If you're still here, wow, you're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're still here, reap the rewards of the adventure. Out of time.
Either way.
Nobody's here. All right. Bye.
There you go.
And the viewers are gone. But I'm gonna let this sit for another 40 minutes or so.
Are we still on?
No, we're done.
No, we're done. We're done.